Hello there, lovelies. Thank you for clicking on this video. My name's Jenny, and this is Bohemian Junk Journals. I have been away from the channel for quite a while. Actually, I've been away from even all social media for a while. I haven't been on Facebook for ages. Inconsistently, I appear on Instagram and YouTube as a viewer, but I haven't done any recordings on YouTube for ages. And if you are not new to the channel and you've seen a couple of my last videos, you'll know that I've had some really poor health, and that is why I haven't been on. But I'm back today because I just really felt that I needed to make a comeback, albeit a little bit slow going. I'm not out of the woods yet. I'm still going through everything, but it's getting there slowly but surely. Sorry, I just needed to have a drink. And this is not wine. I don't like red wine. This is actually 100% cherry juice. It's really, really good for your heart. It's an anti-inflammatory, and yeah, it's a really, really good juice. So that's what I'm drinking. I'm not having wine. I thought as a comeback video, I'm just going to do something really light and easy for me. I've got to make some pockets and things for journals that I have on the go that I haven't touched in ages. I'll go into that in a minute. So I'm doing kind of a what's in my box. I'm using things out of my box. I'm using stuff that's on my desk or around my desk, so I don't have to actually get up out of my chair and interrupt the video. So I'm going to start with what really needs doing first, and that's these. I'm going to do these, and I'm going to just use some end pages. Yeah, so just get cracking. So I hope you've all been well, and I decided that I was just going to not give you any updates in community, because in the community posts, I wasn't really sure that people were actually seeing the community posts, and I thought, well, you know, there's really no point. And I didn't even do a short video to sort of explain that I was having some time away. Excuse me, because, well, I'd already sort of explained what was happening with me health-wise, and I just didn't want to go on about it because I feel that there's many in the community that aren't really interested. They come to videos for a really chill time, and when you're hearing about someone's poor health and stuff like that, it's not really what people want to, you know, want to hear. But then I know that there are some that do have an interest, and so I thought, well, I'm just not going to worry about doing it. I'll come back and give you all an update, and if you don't want to hear it, then you can I don't know, mute the video or whatever. It's up to you. I don't care. Whatever you want. I'm not going to be too worried about it. You know, I understand. It's all good. So for those that are interested, I just needed to have some time out pretty much. I was finding that while I had kind of dealt with everything, it was still very foremost in my mind, and I was finding it really difficult to focus on anything at all. So I figured that it was just best not to come in here and do stuff. I probably should have just come in and done some glue pages or masterboards or something, you know, just not on video, just as me doing it and relaxation, I guess. But I had no motivation to do any of it, none whatsoever. And so I didn't. I went in for my hysterectomy. I had all my pre-op stuff. I had 2 appointments for my pre-op stages. And then I went in for my hysterectomy, and I was only in the operation for about an hour, and they had to stop the operation because I suffered heart block. And I don't know if any of you know what heart block is. I didn't until I had it, but it is quite serious. At the very least, it can cause fainting and, you know, kind of, that's pretty much it. And yeah, you get like flutteriness in the heart, and like your heart rate flutters and that sort of thing. And at worst, you can have cardiac arrest. And that, when I found out about this, I was really quite scared and worried about what was happening to me, because I had no idea that I had heart issues prior to the operation. And I didn't end up leaving hospital until I had a pacemaker put in, and that was to regulate my heartbeat and just to help prolong my life, basically. So yeah, it was all very out of the blue, very, very sudden stuff going on. And I was in hospital I was only meant to be in for a day, like overnight, and I ended up being in for 2 nights because I did have some difficulties learning to adapt to the feelings that I was getting from this irregular heartbeat. And anyway, I came home after 2 days. I'm just going to interrupt the story for a sec. I made these ages ago. It's just a tea-dyed paper doily, which I covered on one side with a napkin. And I just fold them in half like so. I could stitch them into a journal, but I do tend to use them just as an interesting little journal spot. And I'm just going to put a label on there and some lace fabric. Which is impossible to tear. So we'll just put a bit of this and I'll hack it up a little bit just to make it look like it's a bit irregular. There we go, that'll do. So yeah, so I had to go on a new type of medication, and that's just blending in. So what will I do with that? I will add some book page behind it, I guess. I have some here. It's not very wide. What else have I got? I've got a variety of scraps here which I was saving for another scrappy pad. Yeah, so I have got new medication that I'll have to take for the rest of my life now, and yeah, that'll do. And of course the pacemaker stays in, and that was really scary because I don't know if any of you know, but when they put a pacemaker in, you're awake. I don't know if it happens in every country, but it happens here in Australia. You're awake. I don't know what procedures they do in other countries, in other hospitals, but yes. I mean, they do give you some sort of anaesthetic stuff as well, but basically you're awake. So I'm just going to smear a bit of this on. So that was really scary, and they had a lot of difficulty finding my veins for cannulas and stuff like that. So when I came out of hospital, I was bruised in many places around my arms and yeah. So I've still got some bruising marks, but they're quite faded now. So and I'm going to put a little label or something there, I think, or a butterfly maybe. I'll use a butterfly. I don't use butterflies enough. I might have to use a stylized butterfly because I don't really have too many small ones or medium-sized ones that are suitable. No, maybe I won't use a butterfly. What about that one? No. don't know. What have I got? Oh goodness, I've got drawers that are so overstacked with stuff that they don't close now. So yeah, so I've been home, that was all on the 9th and the 10th, and I've been home for all that time now, and since then, in the meantime, I've been going through more pre-op stuff. It's a bit big. It's a shame. For the hysterectomy, because that is still going ahead. Maybe. So now I all the pre-op things that I had done in the past, I now have to do them all over again. But before all that can happen, I had to do a risk assessment appointment as well, and which I had done this week, and on the 13th I've got my pre-op appointment. I've been given the go-ahead for the operation by the risk assessment team, so that's really good. And if they can't get me, if the gynecology team can't get me in for the 20th for the operation, I'll be having it on the 18th of December. So, all right, so that's finished. That will do. I don't know if that's going to stick on there. Might not. I might have to stick. Should have used the glue, the wet glue. Never mind. Yeah, it's not going to stick. Okay, let's just put some glue on here. So I'm not completely out of the woods. I'm partway there. I'm nearly finished. I'm coming to the end, and and I found out that I also, the high risk doctor wanted me to, not necessarily for his assessment, but for his concern about my future health. He wanted me to have a I'm going to do some pockets now. Yeah, I'm going to do some pockets. He wanted me to do a what do you call it, lung function test, because I am having difficulty breathing, and part of that can be because of the heart, but there's more likely that there is another issue that needs attention. And I would say that that's more the point than anything else. Right, I'm just going to fold up 4 of these pockets. These are my glue pages, and this is the yucky side, that's the good side. I only use one side of my glue pages. And I only use glue pages 2 or 3 times. Yeah, mostly only 2 times, because I don't like them too lumpy, because I do use them again for things like pockets and bases for tags and stuff. So it has been a real interesting experience, in the sense of adjusting to things on different levels. Let me just put it that way. I've had to reassess my life to a big degree, because well, just it's had me in a position where I've wanted to assess what is important in my life, and not just what, but who is important in my life. And I've a lot of that I had already done, but for some reason I was I was revisiting all of that experience again. This whole process has been such an eye-opener in terms of quality of life, I guess, for me. And I'm doing my best to... How many have I got there? 4. So this time I'm going to do wraparound pockets as well. I'll do 2 of these. Book page. And I haven't reopened my Etsy shop because I've found that I've had enough on my mind that I didn't want to be having to think about the Etsy shop as well. And because I haven't been in here, I haven't finished journals. I have got a few things that I can put in the Etsy shop, but I really just had no motivation to do it. I had lost all motivation for everything pretty much. Okay, but I'm okay. I'm all right. I don't want anyone to think that I'm not okay, because I am. All right. So I'm going to snip these now. So that's one side. And do another one. The plans that I had for the channel and for my Etsy shop, for my Instagram, a website, doing markets, all of that I am still going to do. I've just had to now put it all off until the new year. I'm glad now that I didn't book myself in for markets, because I would have had to let people down. You know, the market organisers, I would have had to let them down, and I didn't want to have to be doing that. So I'm going to fold this one this way. And that will get snipped there, and that will be for a different angle. Alright, so I've got two of those. What else have I got here? I've got this. What can I do with that? I'm not sure. That I could probably put in one of the bigger ones. I'm going to tear that down. And I'll do that after. I'm losing track. See, my head's still scattered. Oh, I'm losing track. Okay, so I've got 4 pockets. Let's have a look at what I can do with these pockets. Where's that paper? I'm going to use some of this. This is tissue paper. And I'm going to put that on there. Yep. I'm going to try not to think too much about what I'm doing with it. So over the next 2 or 3 months, well, over November and December, I'm going to be doing a lot of creating for the markets. So I might actually do some of that on video so that you can actually see what it is I'm doing. I'm planning on doing market preparation video, so that if anyone has never done a market but would think that they might like to, I'm going to do a video for that, because I've done markets many times in over my years, so I'm a bit of an expert, kind of. Mind you, things have changed where marketing is concerned. Back from when I first started doing markets and that, so yeah, even though there is, this is maybe not that one. What is that? Music sheet. I think I'll pop that there. So that would be interesting. In the new year, I'm probably won't do it before Christmas, but in the new year I'm going to do some thrift shopping videos with a bit of a difference for you. Okay, and so, you know, I have done some thinking about the future of the channel and the future of Bohemian Junk Journals. What else have I got here? I've got some of this. Use some of this. It's a piece of my embossed paper. This is standing out at me. Maybe I might add some lace. Yeah. Okay. So the I do have a a tutorial planned, so I'll probably do that video next. And then I might hopefully have done a bit on the journals so that I can actually bring them in to show you where I'm at with those. I haven't even finished the steampunk journal. Like I said, I have not been in here. I avoided even my art room. I've finally starting to get the ability to get things like gardening done or tidying up my veranda, 2 verandas at least. I'm now at the stage where I can do that. So that's better. Put that there. Because when I come home from the hospital, I was out of breath just doing simple things, and I couldn't lift my arms above my head for 2 weeks. I wasn't allowed to drive for 2 weeks. So I did need some help with some things. And I'm going to need that help again after the hysterectomy for about 6 weeks. So it's going to be a bit of a trial and error for me. I don't like to be relying on people. if I can help it at least. No, that's not going to work. So I went to do some printing the other day, a few days ago now, and I've totally lost my USB that had all my files. So I've completely lost it. So I'm really upset about that. So I've gone and bought a new USB. Some of the files I can get back again, but there is many that I've lost. So that would be all the very, very first lot of scanning I did back several months ago. The last lot of scanning I did, I've still got on my laptop. Okay. Put that too close to the top. Oh, never mind. I'm not going to worry. Alright, so we've got this one. What will I put on there? I have some, what do you call it? William Morris paper. I could put some of that. Goes that way. And I could use this. Lucky, you know, like my son has been such a huge help. He's been a rock for me. Don't know what I would have done without him and a couple of friends. One in particular is a new friend. She's the mother of my son's best friend. And she's been absolutely wonderful. She's been taking me to and from the hospital. Which has been lovely. But I am going to put a bit of lace of some description. I don't want anything too thick. Awesome, even about if I use cheesecloth. Make it a bit more ratty than what it is. Yeah. Okay. I'm just going to use this because it's easier to scrunch it with the glue stick, and that'll hold it in place. And then I'll use that the tacky glue for the, and this will make sure that none of it comes unstuck. So the other thing too with these going in for the hysterectomy, I had a feeling that something, I was worried. Part of my stressing was that I was worried that something was going to go wrong, and I didn't know what, of course, but I knew somehow that something was going to go wrong, and I was right. Okay, stay stuck, please. Okay, now let's try and do this one a little bit faster. Use this again. And I'm going to make a cluster of textiles just on the spot, sort of. Just cutting out the bits that I don't want. So that kind of gives me a bit of an applique. Oh, come on. That'll do. No, that's not working. Okay, I had to go away and go through a few things because I couldn't decide, and I didn't want to put all that humming and hawing on the video and take up video time, because this video is probably already gone over the limit. So I did end up putting some tacky glue on that applique thingy that I cut out, that flower, and I decided on a label to fill in this space here. Right, so I'll just trim this off. And okay. So what did I do with the other ones? Are they all here? Yep. So now I'm going to take these back. Probably I'll regret doing this now because it's still a little bit wet. Yeah, I'm regretting it already. It's not too bad. Okay. Well, this one should be okay. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do it, but we'll see. Yeah. And then this one. And this one that I couldn't finish. Okay, so we've got those pockets done now. that. I have wraparound ones to do. I'm not sure. I'm going to go on with I don't know. I'm going to go on with these. Okay. I'll just cut a bit of this off. I can't remember what I've got all this on my desk from. I don't know what it was that I was doing. It would be from one of my last videos. Okay, put this here. So just adding glue to the thickest part of the little lace flower. I'm going to add some glue to the lace down here. Come on out. How many of you talk to your glue when it's not doing the right thing and stuff like that? Okay, and I'm going to snip these corners just because I'm too lazy to find my corner punch thingy. And let that dry. Now this one goes that way. I'm going to put some book page on there. Like that. And this book page is late 1800s, I reckon. It still feels like cotton paper, but not quite as thick as the older stuff. And I'm going to something like that on there. And put a piece of this underneath. Yeah, that's the go. Okay. All right, and then this, no, was this piece? Where's my little people gone? What have I done with them? I've lost them. There they are. Oh, goodness me. And I think this, I'll try and get one in. I'll do another one, and hopefully I won't have to delete it out of the video. Okay, that's really quite sweet. Hopefully it will all stay stuck. It's not going to fit on there. Doesn't matter. We don't need it. Right, I'll do one more. I'll do a different one. I'll do this one. Now, how much can I do in there? Take off this much. Put that in there because I still want to see some of the frame, even if it's just the outer edges. A little bit here and there. And I will put one of those Tim Holtz flowers on there. Maybe not that one. Where's that? Let's throw that one back in. I had a red rose. Where's it gone? Come on. Okay, so if you can, please let me know what you think of my little very rusty. I'm very, very rusty. I feel like don't know what I'm doing here. But yeah, let me know what you think of my little pockets and things that I've been doing. Knew it. There we go. I'll have to put these cards under something heavy because this thicker paper might take some doing to get it to stay stuck down. Until it dries. It'll be all right once it dries. Okay, so we'll snip those corners. I do quite like that. There's this one. So that one and that one. And I did 4 pockets. That one still needs something on it. I finished that one off. That was the writing space, and I put backing on my swatch cards. Thank you so much for joining me and staying through the video. and I am going to do a couple more things. I'm going to finish off this tiny pile that I've got here, and they're going in the 2 rose journals, and then I'm going to tidy up and prepare for the tutorial video as well, which I will do after I have put this on the laptop and upload it for editing, which will take a little while, I think. And yeah, so I hope that you will come again, and eventually all the journals will come out. There will be an Etsy update and more videos to come. And depending on when the hysterectomy is, if it's on the 20th, probably not the week of, around that time. And if it's on the 18th of December, well, I'll try and get some videos done in between, and that way I have them ready to schedule, and I won't need to worry about it. But if I don't get time to do videos to schedule, there will be no videos around my time of whenever the operation is. Okay, and the 18th is really close to Christmas, so people pretty much aren't going to be watching videos, I don't think. They're going to be busy with Christmas preparations, and that's all good. Until the next video, bye for now. Peaceful blessings, and thank you for coming. Much, much appreciated.